Hello, it is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. I'm Chris Primo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Wednesday crossword today, so we're going to be solving a midweek mid-difficulty crossword. And this midweek mid-difficulty edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to you by Overfull Hitbox, Jake Rodkin, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster, the incorrigible Sheeler Beeler, the indefinable Charlie Paget, and the indecipherable Ray Grant. Thank you so much to the 6 of them, benefactors, of course, of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do support this channel. They make it a sustainable part of my daily work. For that, I'm very grateful. Thank you to those 6 and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link, where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors like those 6 I just mentioned, the official Let's Check the Crosses coffee mug. So do check that out if you're interested. And you can also support the channel, of course, by subscribing on YouTube, which is a big help as well. And there's also that Daily Solve Discord chat server you can join, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. And now let's get on to today's crossword, which has been constructed by Han Huynh, whose third puzzle I think this is, and it was edited once again by Joel Faliano. It's not a Thursday puzzle. It's very much a Wednesday puzzle. So it will have a theme. Let's start solving and find out what it is. Friend on friends. Right. Okay. So in 4 letters, Ross is one of the friends. Who else? What are the other friends' names? There's Monica, Phoebe, Chandler. Who else? I don't know. Let's see if Ross works. There might be another. I forget how many friends there are. Let's see. Lee of martial arts fame. Jet Li. Oh. Okay. Who was this? Surely this is Jet Li of martial arts fame. It's got to be. Okay, what about this? From which Christmas lights might hang? Oh, the eaves of a house? And then item on a boathouse wall. You could hang an or up there in 3 letters with an A. Oh, Joey. Yes, sorry. Okay, there we go. That's one of the. I never watched much Friends, so I definitely have seen, I'm sure, a couple of episodes of Friends. Anyway, time of anticipation would be the eve before, a holiday or something happens. Sycophants are yes men who supplicate themselves, perhaps. And then, here's a theme clue. It's in italics, and typically when a clue's in italics, it's part of the theme. So 3 tickets. Trace something? 3 tickets. Not sure. I mean, it'll be a pun, I assume, but I don't know the answer yet. Is that okay with you? May I? You might ask someone. And singer with the 2008 album Backwoods Barbie. Is it Dolly Parton? I mean, that sounds like it could be an album title of hers. Trespasses. So trespasses is obviously an ordinary word, and in this case, it's also serving as a pun. Tres passes. So 3 passes, and then obviously we're saying 3 in Spanish there. Okay. So I don't know if that means there other puns will involve numbers or the Spanish language or tickets. I don't know. So some element of this presumably will be replicated throughout the theme. Neuter, to spay an animal. I think we had this exact clue and answer within the last few days. Thou sing'st sweet music. Shakespeare. That sounds right. Okay. Let's check it. Besmirch. Yes, to besmirch someone might be to smear them, to tar them. That's maybe some kind of libel or slander. So hospital areas usually on the ground floor would be emergency units. You want to get there quickly. To get wiser, supposedly, would be to age. Sometimes it comes with it. Computer troubleshooting options. Resets. So dystopian horror film of 2013 with The Purge, which became a series of films. Okay, despite all that, even so, you might say, despite all that, we're still going to solve this crossword. Look to for support to... I don't know, actually. U.S. immigration policy familiarly. So I assume this isn't referring to U.S. immigration policy in general, around which I don't know that there'd be one sort of familiar name for that, but probably a particular policy. I mean, I'll probably recognize it, but I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head. Look to for support. Yeah, I'm not sure. Revise, to amend maybe a text. We'll see if that holds. Drop an F-bomb, say, to swear, to cuss, to what? To curse. Right, sorry. It's the obvious one. Okay. There we go. Oh, I know what this is. This is DACA. This is the, I don't actually, I would have known what this stands for a few years ago, but I can't remember. I think it's the DREAM, it's often referred to as the DREAM Act. It is a U.S. immigration policy that I believe offers a kind of a route to citizenship after some number of years, and I think was often applied to sort of children of people who were undocumented. I can't remember what it stands for. I'm sorry, but anyway, I think that's probably right. Birds with wings about 1/10 the length of their bodies. Emus sounds right. And then look to for support would be to defer to someone or to, I don't know. What about this one? Founder of the Pacific Fur Company, 1810. Astor, right. Yes, the Astor family was a fur, I think made a great deal of their money in fur trading. So I think that's right. It became a sort of dynastic family in terms of wealth. So cheeky is pert, and actually had branch over here in the UK as well. Okay, anyway, look to for support. To depend on someone, that's obvious. Okay. This looks like contender. With money. Oh, right. Okay, so it's Spanish is the linking element of the theme, because here we have con, with, and then tender, like money. So we're starting each of these phrases with a Spanish word, and then we're adding an English language word, and then we're creating a sort of punny representation of the clue, which is itself an unrelated English language word. Okay, so there we go. That's the theme. VIP section. Oh, maybe it's just the V? I mean, is that what it means? Like a section of the letters VIP, just the letter V? It might be. Let's see if the cross works. Put forth as a question. Well, if one put forth a question, one posed it. And put, of course, can be present or past tense. Run, to run would be to run for office, or I guess it could be a run, like an open run. That's not right. Like Loki and Thor, those are Norse gods from the Norse pantheon. One-time Houston athletes whose helmet featured a derrick. Oh, an Oiler. Oh, are they not around anymore? I've definitely heard of the Houston Oilers. Maybe they moved or something. I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, I think that's right. Maybe this is open something. What is that? Run. Oh, no, it isn't. It's operate. Like to operate machinery would be to run it, for instance. Okay, one miraculously healed by Jesus. Oh, who was that? Oh, the leper. Right. Yes. There we go. So not a specific named. I was trying to think of a name initially, but no, not in this case. So someone with leprosy. Okay, to transgress would be to sin. And then introductory foreign language class suggested by this puzzle's theme. Oh, right. That's appropriate. That's a good. Oh, and that's we've got DACA in there as well. So what is this? Introductory foreign language class suggested by this puzzle's theme. Beginner's Spanish. There we go. Good. Yes. Okay. That's really, I really like that a lot. That's incredibly clever, because it's beginner's Spanish in the sense that we're beginning each of these phrases with a Spanish word, but also you could sort of imagine a beginner learner of Spanish saying something like this, where they sort of start, they say, oh, tres, I know three. Oh, I can't think of passes, I guess is what I'm saying. Sort of just finishing in English because they're not quite sure. So I think that works very well. And there we go. Beginner Spanish is our revealer. The revealer being, of course, the central, and in this case, literally central in the grid, clue and answer that explain what's going on elsewhere in the theme. InDesign developer. InDesign is a piece of Adobe software used to lay out, print layout. Although, I don't know, maybe it's used for online design as well. I'm not sure. Anyway, Lil Abner is a newspaper, was maybe a newspaper comic strip. I don't know if they still do that. Feels old. Feels like it was old by the time I ever even learned about it. It was already old. Makes apprehensive is if you daunt someone, you make them nervous, you intimidate them perhaps. Well worn, something old is maybe well worn. And then bundled as hay is bailed. And then a nonverbal attention getter would be a nudge. First British PM appointed by Queen Elizabeth II, Anthony Eden. There we go. Somewhat would be in a way or something, or in part. Tangible balance sheet item, a tangible asset. There we go. Somewhat would be in a, I don't know. Here we have San Juan, so it's a place name. Resells at hiked up prices. Scalps. If you resell, well, maybe you resell tres passes at an inflated price, you'd be a scalper. More revered would be, muy sacred? Muy sacred? No. More. Moss. Sorry, not very, but more. So massacred is the word, but moss sacred. So more sacred. Sorry about that. Had a little brain blip there. So that works, and the English word is massacred. Unrelated, of course, to the clue. Lacking gloss would be a matte finish, so not shiny. Open courtyards are atria, so plural of atrium. If one looks to sell something, one looks to sell. I'm not sure what we're looking for there. Sorry, looks to sell. I don't know. Goddess associated with the owl, Athena, is associated with the owl, Athena, the goddess of wisdom. Somewhat would be, in a sense, that's it, of course. And suffix with jumbo, so jumbotron, and jumbo being capitalized lets us know this is part of a brand name. So these are the big screens you see at sporting events. Looks to sell, shows. Is that what? No. Bits of advice or tips. Shops. What? Why is that right? If you shop something around, you look to sell it. I guess that's what it means in this case. And then subside is ease, as in our troubles are subsiding, they're easing. Okay, great. So here we have a crazy reason would be locomotion. There we go. So loco meaning crazy, and then reason. Is that it? No, crazy reason. Locomotive, that's what it is. Sorry. So your reason for doing something is your motive, right? And then locomotive is a word, like a train engine, for instance. Okay, football cheer would be ole, classic. And then baseball's King James from 2003 to 2010 and 2014 to 2018. Boy, I think I might know this. Was he a Cavalier? Let's see if that's right. Object of finger pointing on Fantasy Island. The plane. I've never seen Fantasy Island, ever. I don't know anything about it, really. But I know that there's a character who points at a plane and shouts that there's a plane. That's the extent of my knowledge about Fantasy Island. Why do I know that? I guess it's been referenced in skits and things. It might go way over your head. A drone might fly above there. Number of blessings at a Jewish wedding is quite evidently 7 here. And then the appearance of a butterfly in a home for some might be an omen. What does that signify? I don't know, actually. Anyway, must be an omen. Outback hoppers are roos, as in kangaroos. And alrighty then, as I was saying, anywho, you might say in a sort of intentionally kind of silly way, what to do before a marathon, perhaps? You rest up, maybe? Is that what we're looking for? It seems reasonable. Instruments heard at luau's, for short, are ukuleles, I would think. And let's see, what is this? This is a compound clue. See 64 down, and 64 down says doc treating 71 across. Well, a veterinarian, presumably, so this is a pet. Treating pets in plural. Oops. Okay, and then here we have Prez number 34, so Ike, Dwight D. Eisenhower. And then here we have symbol on the collar of Crypto the Superdog. So I guess Crypto the Superdog also has an S like Superman does for super the dog, I guess, as it says in the clue. Okay, so host would be, don't know. And then the office role, oh, Pam was a character on that show, on the U.S. Office. And then Sug Tribute is a Peon. I've heard it pronounced Payan and Peon. I think Peon is more traditional, but I suspect they're both accepted. Host could be, what is this? Oh, it's host as in many of something. Myriad, if you have myriad options, you have many options, a host of options. There we go, that's it, okay. So poison, and it's a bit, this isn't how I would use myriad ordinarily. I would use myriad as an adjective, but in this case, I think it's being used as a noun. But I think that's basically accepted as well, a myriad of something. Poison found naturally in castor beans. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Error of hearings. Oh, it could be C-SPAN, which broadcasts kind of legislative affairs on U.S. cable television. So it could be, for instance, a Senate hearing, something like that. Frodo Baggins' pursuers. Well, orcs certainly chased him and his compatriots around in The Lord of the Rings. And then, what is is it ricin? It must be. Interesting. Okay. I'm not familiar with the situation around ricin and castor beans. Tax Prep Pro is CPA, Certified Public Accountant. And then suspect is shady if someone's being a bit suspect, if something suspicious is going on. And then comedian Youngman must be Henny Youngman. I don't think I recognize the name, but it must be right. And let's see. There it is. That was the Wednesday crossword featuring our beginner Spanish theme. Very nice. And we've got 3 tickets, tres passes or trespasses. We've got with money, contender or contender. We've got, what else? We've got more revered. We've got moss sacred or massacred. And finally, we've got crazy reason, locomotive or locomotive. Sounds pretty much the same in that case. And there we go, 4 instances of beginner Spanish in which Spanish begins each phrase. Very good. Nice sort of tidy theme by Han Huen. And there we go. That was the Wednesday crossword. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday crossword when our theme might step up into more complex realms of difficulty, but we'll see. Join me for that. Until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.